meet you. I really wanted to, have you come on the show and tell your story and stuff like that.
Hey, it's nice to be here, man. I thank you for like reaching out to me and giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, so what made you become a martial artist? Like what was the influence behind that?
My dad. My dad is the founder and creator of our style, Red Dragon Karate. My dad was my hero, and I wanted to be around him, so I went to the studio and started learning martial arts.
That and I hate that you guys get excluded out of everything because y'all pretty much as important as the Shakur side of the family as well. I just hate that they don't put y'all like in the movies and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm just glad people, like it and I enjoy the history and
Okay, there we go.
Yo, bro, I feel
Hey.
like the slowest nigga ever, bro. The thing is, I've been trying to join from my laptop, and I didn't want to
Oh,
do it through my phone, and I'm like, I don't see shit saying how to join the live on my laptop.
hey man, you good, man. I understand. I know a lot of people get that misconstrued because I'm on my phone right now,
Oh, oh,
myself. So I guess that the only reason why it be connected is through mobile if they not on laptop or something. But it's all good, bro. No
okay,
judgment,
okay.
man. This is your first interview here, man.
Yeah, bro.
So I'm gonna let you slide.
The
I'll
crazy
let you
part is
slide.
like, as long as I've been on Facebook and Instagram, I ain't never been on live. I've never went live or none of that.
Damn. Yeah, you have a point, man. That's
So I'm
crazy.
slow as hell.
Hey, it's all good, man. I just wanted you to be a part of this, man, because this is, been making noise, man, and I just felt like a guy like you, man, should have embarked on this, man, because you a good dude. So I just
Yeah.
wanted you to be a part of
And
it.
I appreciate that too, bro. I appreciate you letting me allowing me to be a part of this, a part of your show and whatnot. It's an honor, bro, for real, for real. You've been doing your thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It's just everybody doesn't really see the behind the scenes stuff that I have to deal with, and us
Mm-hmm.
because I would say like when I first started this, I really had no idea what all of it was going to consist of. I just wanted to have a show and just help people, but I didn't expect just the catalog that I have, and it just was mind-boggling. And just, talking to people from the crib,
Mm-hmm.
all the way from out of town, then movie stars and stuff like that. Man, that was
Yeah, bro, you've
dope.
been talking to some dope people, for real, for real.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things, man, that it's just like a natural high, man, just to be able to talk to people that you grew up watching on TV, listening to their music, and now that you know who you are, it's just don't get no better than that. It's just the only way to go now is up, and I just advise people to just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're doing, like it's all about just consistency. Because I know
Yeah.
people get discouraged, and I got discouraged a few times because just when you're just on this righteous path and you just working on becoming a better individual because you have went through some storms and you have been knocked down, you have been um,
Mm-hmm.
broken and defeated and stuff, and you're just trying to just be the best version of yourself, and you got certain people who are happy for you, but you also got the people that's closest to you that's mad that you're going to a different direction, and they feel like, oh, you're not the same person that I grew accustomed to, or you're not the same person that made me wanted to work with you, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like you changing, and I don't like this change, go back to being my friend. And I just tell everybody that you can't have it your way. Like it's either my way or the highway, because
Mm-hmm.
no one stays the same forever. You're not supposed to, because
Exactly.
if you are, or if you do, then you wasted years of your life if you stay the
Exactly.
same.
Yeah,
So,
bro. Yeah, like when you trying to do better for yourself, bro, and you just, you realize you got more potential than, when you realize you got more potential than you, and you actually striving to tap into it, bro, it's just a lot of people ain't gonna understand it. A lot of people ain't meant to be, and a lot of people ain't meant to tag along for your journey. It's people you gotta leave behind, because people will try to box you into your old self and try to keep you in that box. And, the whole point of life is to change and go through changes and try to be the best version of who you can be, especially when you want to strive for more. You got goals you want to achieve, you got ambitions, you know what I'm saying? Some people ain't can't be along for the ride, bro. And you got to change who you're around, change your environment, and it's all for the better at the end of the day.
of course, and it used to really upset me that I had to leave people behind, but now it's just becoming necessary,
Mm-hmm.
because you got to make room for the new people and the new things, and put away childish things and put away childish people. Because
Mm-hmm.
how you going to elevate if you still holding on to the things that wasn't supposed to follow you through for the ride? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just really necessary, and it's all this about keeping it real and stuff like that. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a total fad, man. Like, because we
Yeah.
always heard about, you gotta keep it real and this and that. But when people just decide to go against the grain, they become really the enemy, or they
Mm-hmm.
become a sellout or this and that. But even for instance, I was really getting tired of where I was heading like a few years ago, because when we had worked together, I was at my lowest, man. I know it didn't
Mm.
seem like it, but I was just really just contemplating suicide a lot, bro, because I
Mm.
was just a mess. You know what I'm saying? Like when
Mm-hmm.
I will go home and stuff after work, bro, I would just like would have these nightmares, and I was an alcoholic, a full-fledged alcoholic at that.
Yeah.
But nobody knew it though, because I kept it under wraps and
Mm.
stuff. But I was just really dying inside, and I didn't know what to do. And I just realized that something got to change, something got to give, but I don't know what. But
Mm-hmm.
when I started this show, man, everything just began to unravel.
Got you. No, yeah, I'm glad you got through that, bro. For real. For real, because that's deep. And it's funny that you say that you was feeling that way around that time, because around that same time period, I was going through a lot with
Hmm.
especially with drinking. Drinking was like one of them things I had to really guide myself through, because I was living with my ex at the time, and that was just a whole toxic situation in itself, bro. Man, it was just was a lot going on. That's when I really started, like around that time though, like probably my last year or two working, where I was working. Um, that's when I really just started focusing on the gym. That really got me through it a lot. I stopped drinking as much, but it was still a lot going on as far as me. Like I had a lot of demons I was fighting, as far as like hell, a couple times suicide came across my mind too. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Um, and I just was finding ways to like try to keep that off my mind, like I said, the gym really helped with that.
Hmm.
Just having some form of outlet. It was just a form of release for me, something that kept my mind busy, something that I could, because it's like for me, when I started actually getting serious about trying to be better for myself, I just went for the first thing that I knew I could immediately start changing right away, which was my body. So I started working on that, developing my body, and my mind followed, and it eventually helped me get out of that state of mind that I was in. Ultimately, it did lead to me having to like move out of Saginaw, period.
Hmm.
So, but at the end of the day, it was really all a mindset thing, trying to get myself out of that state of mind that I was in.
That's good, man, and I'm happy to hear that because I know a whole lot of people who have left the city and stuff like that. Because I always say that it is a mindset, because if you don't just follow suit with your goals and just change your mind, you would just
Mm-hmm.
be repeating the same things in a different city. So it will be no progress. So you have to have a plan
Yeah.
and execute. And just a whole lot of people just move out of here and they think that the grass is green on the other side and they
Mm-hmm.
having problems and they getting kicked out of places, burning bridges and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and move
For real.
back home
For real.
or sneaky and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And
bro. For
it
real.
be crazy.
And
It be
the thing,
crazy.
and the thing is, what people don't realize, when you leave your hometown, when you leave out of that area where you so used to, and you remove yourself from like all the distractions or whatever, and
Yeah,
it ain't really distractions. You realize that you was trying to evade. You really evading excuses because you ain't got nobody else to blame for the shit you go through no more. You ain't got you ain't got nobody, nothing else to point the finger at. It's all on you at that point
absolutely.
because you in a whole new environment, and that's something I realized when I moved. Like, a lot of what I was battling just came from me.
Hmm.
A lot of things about me that I had to change. I got in touch with who I am as a person, found out a lot more about myself, and I ain't had no excuses at that point. I couldn't blame nobody else but myself for what was going on or how things went. And that's when I really started to realize it's a lot about me that I need to change in order for me to get to where I want to be in life. Because no matter where you go, you can't get away from yourself.
Oh,
You know?
absolutely not. And I have moved out of Saginaw so many times. I don't know why people just make the assumption that I always been here, but I haven't. And I would say if it wasn't for my aunt, because she lived in New York, but she's
Mm-hmm.
from here, but she had moved to New York with my cousin and stuff like that. And
Mm-hmm.
she was the first person to actually show me that it was a world besides Saginaw, because this is all I knew. This is all I breathed and stumbled upon. But when I went to New York, man, it's just saw like the different cultures and buildings, and it's nothing like the movies. And it just was very humbling
Mm-hmm.
experience because it opened my eyes, and I'm like, man, it is a big world out here. Like
Yeah.
we actually had a real downtown. You know what I'm saying? We actually
Mm-hmm.
it was dope, man. Living on the 15th floor,
Mm-hmm.
because I lived upstate Utica. That was the first place I lived
Oh,
at
okay.
out of town. And then I went to Harlem and I went to Brooklyn. I got the chance to see all of that.
That's what's
And
up.
it was really dope, man, being 20 years old. And I was just outside on Glenwood all, all night and just really be around people that didn't fit my personality. And I was just on some crash out stuff, man. So it was for her to just really show me like you go either be dead or in jail if you
Mm-hmm.
stay there, you know what I'm saying? So I was fortunate to be there for a year because I did get homesick and came back, but
Mm-hmm.
I had went to St. Louis, Missouri, so that also was uh awakening for me because that was the first time I really was by myself with no family,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the chance to meet, people down there and just experience it, man. And
Right.
in those moments, money came by, and you just become a different person when you come back here. I don't
Hmm.
know if you ever, decide to come back and visit or whatever, but you'll really just get a whole new perspective on life just when you come back and visit or you come back and see people and stuff like that. But
Hmm.
it's just a whole different feeling because it's just like they respect you now, like you are celebrity or something. Like you're like a messiah or something when you come back. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, he came back to save us. Like, no, I didn't. I just came back to visit. I don't know what you're talking about, but yeah, I feel exactly what you're saying, and it's just I don't know. It's just everybody can't, I guess, go through that level of accountability
Hmm.
because, like you said, it takes you to fix you, to
Hmm.
examine
Exactly.
yourself. And so many people are so stuck on themselves and stuck on their habits, stuck on their
Yeah.
mindset to the point of change is a disease or like an epidemic to them. And you gotta change, man. You gotta evolve eventually, like, because all
Yeah. Yeah.
of us
People.
ain't. Oh, go ahead.
No, I mean, I didn't mean to like cut you off. And no, but like people, they fear change, bro. They fear the unknown. Like I was just thinking about this the other day. People just fear anything that they're not certain about, and change. If it seemed too uncertain, they not gonna, strive for it. And people get complacent. They get, like you just said, stuck in their habits and stuck in their ways, and they can't see past that. And the people that's brave enough to, you know, go in unknown territory in life, they end up figuring out a lot. And the people who don't, they just end up stuck in that prison, that mental prison that they put themselves in. Like, surrounded by all their habits and addictions and all that type of stuff. And it's sad to see sometimes, but yeah, like you said, like a lot of people just don't hold themselves accountable enough to want that change for themselves. But yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And and it's really funny, man, because now just when you on the right path, that's when you're tested the most.
No, for real, bro. No, definitely. That's when it seemed like that's when the most troubles come your way. You get tested the most, bro. And then like, like cause I'll be coming back to Saginaw. I've actually been back since I moved. I've been back to Saginaw a lot.
Okay,
And
yeah.
yeah, I've been back a lot, bro. Cause I'll be missing Saginaw. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be missing home like a mug, bro. I'll be homesick all the time. I'll be wanting to see my people. Um, and when I go back, I like, I get around the people I used to hang around, and you know what I'm saying? I can feel myself getting pulled back into my old ways and whatnot. And it's like, all right, I got to put myself in check, you know what I mean? Because I
Hmm.
get too comfortable. Um, but yeah, it's like you said, you just got a whole different mindset when you go back home. It's just different. Even if I ever had to move back, you know, I know I would be on some different shit, just mentally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like, bro, it's the most temptations, the most troubles come your way when you're trying to walk the right path. And I've experienced that a lot, especially dealing with just re-linking up with people I used to hang with before I left. You know what I mean? And I'm like, nah, it's just certain stuff I can't do no more. I just can't, hang around certain people no more. And yeah, I just got to tell myself to. And when I get back here, it's like I got to snap back to reality because I'll be in that little slump when I come back. I feel myself procrastinating or being lazy. I'm like, no, I got to whip back into shape, get back on that grind, get back focused.
No doubt, man. And when I saw you on TikTok doing your videos and stuff like that, I was like, man, this is the most I have ever heard him talk. Besides him ordering his own food and stuff, so it was really dope, man. And I was just like, man, I gotta support this, man, because people like us, bro, like we are as very observant. Like because I don't know why people have a problem with people that's quiet, but we just very
Hmm.
observant. Like,
Yeah.
but and it's funny because like I'm still at the hospital and stuff like that, and people come up to me that I didn't even knew, just was like, "Hey, what's this podcast I've been hearing that you got?" And I'm like, "Who told you?" And they're like, "Well, a few people was just like, yeah, that cook in the kitchen, that be on a grill. Yeah, he be talking, he be saying a lot of real stuff. He so smart and intelligent and stuff. You should watch his show. Like, go talk to him." And I was just kind of like stunned. I was like, I didn't think people paid attention to me like that, because
Yeah.
I just was like, oh, well, here it is and stuff like that. And they subscribe and actually come back and give me feedback and give me pointers and stuff like that. But I
Hmm.
just take that to consideration. But I'm on my own pace. I'm on my own journey.
Hmm.
And to rebuttal of what you said, like, you being tested the most, my problem was women. Like,
Oh man.
because now I was like, I can be out in public, I can be at work, and then a chick come up to me, be like, "Hey, I want to be on your show. What I gotta do to be on your show?" And I just kind of look at them like, "What you mean? What you gotta do to be on my show? Just ask." Like, I don't have no, I don't have no, what I'm saying, request or no demand. It's just ask.
Just ask.
And it's be crazy because back in my day or whatever, like I was just like wilding out, what I'm saying? I always tell the truth, I always tell the stories of how I was just on this uh, path of self-destruction and stuff, because
Hmm.
I didn't care about my reputation, and we're taught that, man, as men growing up, is that you only a man of how many girls you had, or who you got, who you kicking it with,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But
Exactly.
it's just at the end of the day, it just you just really begin to find out who you are doing tragedy and doing hardship. And I really became a
Hmm.
man when I was able to get up
Hmm.
and dust myself off and be like, okay, quit feeling sorry for yourself. You ain't the only one that had a crossroad in your life, and
Hmm.
you can turn it around.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
it's your choice. It's up to you. Cause you know how they do us when we die, man. I really hate just how people play with that type of stuff. Just like, man, y'all messed the city up with this one and this. I'm like, I don't even know this person.
Hey,
Like,
for real
who
though.
is this person? Like, I don't know. He probably killed 30, 40 people. And y'all talking about y'all messed the city up. Some people are just better off gone. Like,
Yeah.
I don't, I hate not to sound like that, but it's just,
Yeah.
if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. So if you're part of the problem, then we better off without you. Like,
Exactly, bro.
what is you
Yeah.
doing?
Sometimes,
That's what I'm saying.
sometimes, sometimes for some of them people, it's just karma spinning the block. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It's like you said, it ain't no telling what they was doing when they was alive. They could have been a monster, and but you know how it is. People gonna make it seem like you was a saint when you die, bro. It's inevitable.
yeah. It's just really be, like when you sit back and think of the people that's no longer here, that didn't have the resources that we have with the social media stuff, and they were
Hmm.
just out gang banging and repping their block and this and that, and all they ever done to commemorate them was a T-shirt or a
Hmm.
documentary. But it's just no, I wasn't born to be prey. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I was born to for like a bigger purpose, for like a Moses thing, like a Noah thing, like a Solomon thing, like David, King David, and all them people. Like,
Exactly.
and it just be funny because we truly not replaceable. Like,
Mm,
you know, there would be another you, there will not be another me. Even if we have children and this and that,
right.
we are one individual that was born on a particular day, particular year,
Mm-hmm.
particular time, family, DNA, this and that.
Yep.
Like, I
We all
want,
unique.
absolutely, absolutely. And I just really be hating that because it's like, how we supposed to feel like we're great if our society, everybody that we love, is putting us down or trying to take away our value.
Mm-hmm.
And my value is tremendous. And that's why a lot of people mad at me because I know who I am. My confidence is like up here. I may have my good days and may have my bad days, but shoot, when I go back to my good days, yes, I'm gonna big myself up. I'm gonna be very proud of myself because of the fact that everybody doesn't get to this point, man. Everybody isn't
Precisely.
heroic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it takes somebody who's a hero to save themselves. You know what I'm saying? We not of course not in a Marvel movie or nothing like
Right.
that,
Right.
but we are our own heroes, man, because of the fact that we are making a difference. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
taking matters into our own hands, but in a good way. But it's just so much that can possibly happen, and so much
Mm-hmm.
people had endured to the point of they haven't became their own support system, and
Right.
it's tough when you're alone. And you know what I'm saying? Because growth is a lonely place.
Man, bro, tell me about it. It's definitely a lonely place. When you on that, it's like it's just a path that you got to travel like on your own, especially when you're trying to find your own way through life and whatnot. And but the whole thing is to love yourself enough to take yourself through that process, because it's gonna be lonely and it's gonna be hard. But you gotta love yourself enough to want that change for yourself, no matter how hard. Because it's gonna be hard both ways. Staying the same is gonna be hard, and going down that path is gonna be hard. So you just gotta pick your battle. And I'd rather take the path that's gonna lead me to being a better person. It's gonna be hard, but the end result is gonna be worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Of course,
Yeah.
of course, man, because you your best investment.
Hmm. No, definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
like the.
Got.
Oh, go ahead, man.
No, no. I was just saying. I was just gonna say, you just gotta love yourself enough to take yourself through that process. But it's like you said, it's gonna be hard, but you'll get through it at the end.
And you want to know, like, the coolest thing ever, bro, was the fact that all the money that I spent on this business, because I spent thousands of dollars doing this.
Damn.
And it's crazy because I wanted this so bad that I went without food for 2 months. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? I was just eating food from work and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Buying mixtape covers, buying equipment. I had got this as a gift, my backdrop and stuff like that, but it's cost a lot of money to stay active, and
Hmm.
so many people quit and give up because they
Hmm.
don't really have the will to sacrifice, and I sacrificed a lot. And what made me truly stop drinking was it was my third mixtape. So I wanted
Hmm.
to make sure that I copped that. That was like 20, well, almost $2,100 just
Ooh,
from the
wee.
cover and the promotion.
Wait, so
So,
you make? I didn't know you make music.
well, it's like a compilation.
Compl.
So I get like
Okay.
different artists from here and all over the people I
Oh,
know. Yeah,
gotcha. That's
yeah.
what's
So
up, bro. I didn't know that.
thank you, man. I'm on my 6-1 now. So it was cool. And the funniest thing that I wanted to get that out to the world. I wanted to show everybody that. So I quit drinking.
Hmm.
I quit going to the liquor store for a few months, and then I was just like, damn, it's been 4 months. So let me see how long this go. So
Mm-hmm.
4 months went to 8 months, and then it became a year, and then it
Damn,
became
that's
14
good.
months.
Hell
So
yeah.
so then after that, I was just like, wow. Because I used to be lit, man. When I first did the show, bro, I used to be so lit doing this and stuff. A lot of people didn't know because I was, and I had that cup in me and stuff. But then I realized, like, yeah, you really not good at something until you do it sober.
Nah, yeah, for real.
So that's where the
Yeah.
real talent and the true gift come from, was when you don't need the devil's poison to do it. So
Mm-hmm.
once I realized I can do it sober, I was like, okay, it's on now, and just able to come up with different topics, end up coming with different ideas, different, just everything. So
Mm-hmm.
it was just one of those things that, like, I look back on, I be so proud, and
Yeah.
just with you and everything. Who truly inspires you to get on this path? Like, because it was it just you, or was you doing it for somebody else as well?
Truly just for myself, bro, and just wanting to be get to a point in life where like I'm not struggling like financially and not destroying myself. Um when I actually, took that step to leave home,
Hmm.
that's when it just kind of turned a fire on inside of me. When I got here, bro, I just, I ain't had no job. I wasn't doing nothing. I'm like, well, like for the first month or so, and I was looking for
Yeah.
all these jobs and whatnot, applying here and applying there, couldn't get no damn job. Got a whole degree, felt like I couldn't use it, felt like it was useless, and I just was like, I was destroying myself mentally, you know what I mean? And because I just didn't feel right, and I just had to start, thinking different. And I was like, you know what? Let me just chill out, focus, write, journal a little bit more, get my thoughts out, and then stuff started changing around. Ended up finding a good job eventually. Once I found a good job, I just started wanting to be more like just go for things that do things that I said I was gonna do. Like this is doing the YouTube and doing the little like clips on TikTok and whatnot. That's stuff I always said I wanted to do. And I just eventually was like, you know what? Let me stop saying I'm gonna do it and actually do it. And I at first I thought I needed so much. I'm like, I'm gonna get a laptop for this. I'm gonna get like some recording software or whatever, a camera. And then I had a conversation with this dude as I was buying my MacBook. He was like, bro, you really don't need everything you think you need. You just need to turn your phone on, point it to it, turn the camera on, and just start recording. And that's basically what he said in a nutshell. The conversation was way longer than that. But
Hmm.
I'm like, all right, that was just me making more excuses, you know what I'm saying? Let me just start doing this, and I got what I need. So I got me a tripod, got me some Amazon mics, and I was like, I'm just gonna start recording shit I be thinking about and shit that I wish I would have heard more often coming up, you know what I'm saying? Just growing up and just period. Because I'm pretty sure there's other people out there that can relate or just need to hear this stuff too. And I'm like, none of it is groundbreaking. A lot of it is like common sense or whatever, but it's still people who need to hear it because, you know, this the environment they in. They probably just not getting enough of that. And all the negativity on the internet, it's like I want to put some more positive stuff out there. Something that's gonna motivate people to, you know, excuse me, think and want to be a better version of themselves. And so, yeah, bro, that's really just how it started. Just me wanting to be a better me, bro, because there was a lot of issues I was dealing with, and my mindset, like I already said, my mindset just needed to change, bro. So I just was like, all right, I'm gonna make this non-negotiable, not non-negotiable with myself. You know what I'm saying? Whenever I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it, no matter if I feel like it or not. I got to get my ass up in the morning at a certain time, whether I feel like it or not. Get up out the bed, set my alarm. When that alarm get go off, get the fuck up, no matter if I want to. It's non-negotiable. You know what I mean? Um, I don't feel like going to the gym. I still take my ass to that gym. I don't feel like doing running a couple miles. I still make myself run a couple miles because it just breeds a mentality of, it's not it just it when you're trying to get successful and you're trying to get to a certain point in your life, uh it's about, it's less about how you feel and more about the goal.
Hmm.
Because if you do everything based off how you feel, you'll never get nothing done. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
And
course.
so I just had to. It was just me. It's just been me trying to reshape my mind and go against all these old habits, that I built up over the years to up to the point where I was like, all right, it's time for me to start changing. And just yeah, just seeing and then seeing the path I was heading down before I decided to better myself, I could just tell it just wasn't going to end right. You know what I mean? And I just one day just decided, bro, I gotta get serious about what I want in life. I gotta get serious about, bettering myself and achieving my goals and actually take the steps to go for what I want and not talk about it, but actually be about it. Because like we discussed earlier, nobody's gonna come save you. Nobody's gonna come, spoon feed you or hold your hand through this shit. And so you gotta learn how to do it yourself. And the people who you love sometimes ain't gonna be there to support you. The people who you think would support you not gonna always be there. And so it's just been a process of me just callousing my mind to, you know, not need all of that. Like all the joy and happiness that I need gotta come from within. You know what I'm saying? And if I want to get somewhere and actually achieve shit, then I have to change me. Like I can't depend on nobody else. Just gotta depend on me. And um, yeah, bro. And like I just be hoping I can inspire people on the journey I'm on with the videos and whatnot. Because a lot of people be responding. They be receptive to it. Like I get comments and shit on TikTok, on Facebook sometimes. People be hitting me up. Um, just they like what I'm doing and this helping them out. And I'm like, damn, I didn't think what I was doing meant anything. It was just, me just saying some stuff that be on my mind. But it's funny how you think what you're doing ain't really much, or you kind of we kind of downplay ourselves, I guess, in a way, especially when you're just starting something. But
Yeah.
you don't realize how significant it is until somebody on the outside looking in comes to tell you like, oh shit, this really, this really made me think about something, or this helped me out, bro. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I'm like, okay, damn, that's what's up. And maybe what I do does matter. So, you know,
Oh, of
that's what it's
course.
been, bro.
Of course,
Yeah.
man. And strangers gonna always come before family, friends. Strangers gonna make us rich. That's what the ultimate quote to anybody that's watching this as an entrepreneur. Strangers is going to make you rich. Because even I had a problem with that. Because I'm doing so many numbers at just this year. It's just really been crazy. Because I would say like this really has been my breakout year or
Hmm.
whatever. It's just the my mental just been crazy, and I was trying to get like my family to really just sit back and understand, like, because we never really had anybody that did media. I'm practically the first one, the only one. So
Hmm.
once I had to accept that, because it was really eating me up inside, because I just wanted to just get some type of acknowledgement, just
Hmm.
anybody. But it just wasn't happening. But luckily, just from people that truly care about me in my circle and also in my corner, which is telling me, like, Will, man, quit doing that because you're never going to get it. You got to look into yourself myself and really to say like I'm proud of myself and I'm doing
Hmm.
great work. I'm helping people and this and that. You have to live with your results, nobody else, because they don't see it. That wasn't their vision. That was your vision, and
Hmm.
you're gonna be
Yeah.
good, you know. And I just go around telling people who also in the game, because amongst this journey, I ended up inheriting family, you know, my podcast families and friends and
Hmm.
stuff like that, support system and stuff. And we just encourage each other. We just always make sure that when one of us get discouraged, check on each other, uplift each other, like you're doing great work and this and that, because it's just you never know who needs you at this particular time, because you
Hmm.
can be looking fearless, but you're dying on the inside, or you just stressed
Yeah.
out, you overwhelmed. And I've done so many shows, and I go back and just be like, wow, like I really am grateful, because some people don't start at day one. They keep on saying someday, oh, someday I'll do this, or someday I
Yeah.
get started. And 5 years, 10 years go down the road, but like, yeah, someday, you know,
Exactly.
and that someday could become never. And I'm
Hmm.
just glad that you and I really had a day one, and then we had a day
Hmm.
two, we had a day three, and then a
Yeah.
month one or year one. So
Yeah.
you go
Exactly, bro.
you gonna get
Exactly.
there, man.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's like you said, it's all about starting because time is passing, bro. Time is ticking, and that's another thing. Like you let all this time go by, you got all these ambitions and all these things you say you want to do, and it's like if you never start, because a lot of people be worried about messing up, doing, and but you never gonna learn if you don't start. Like the nothing is gonna be spoon fed to you. Not everybody is gonna have the answers, and even if somebody do is there to like guide you or whatever, you still your own person and you're gonna still make mistakes in your own way. You know what I mean? Like you can learn and somebody can tell you the play by play, but if you always gonna be your own person. And so, that day one, you can't get to day 100 if you don't start day one. It's all a process.
Facts.
It's
It
all a
is.
process. Yeah. And it's all a learning process. If you love what you're doing and you love yourself enough, you will take the time to learn from your mistakes along the way and actually put the effort into getting better at whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that was me before. I was always talked a big game, bro, and then just never really did anything I would say I wanted to do. Because I told myself I was gonna start a podcast years ago, um, and just never did it. Just never started. And I don't know if what I'll do right now I would say is a podcast necessarily, because like I record like 20, 30 minute videos, just me talking. Then I cut them up into clips and whatnot. But um, I never really had anybody else I was talking to. It's just always me.
Oh man, that still count, bro. those those excuse that, man. That still count, man. And I prefer doing a lot by myself, but I know that it's really important to collaborate and to talk to other
Hmm.
people and stuff like that. That's what keep the viewers going.
Hmm.
But I don't really consider myself an expert, because I had to learn just like everybody else. But I
Hmm.
just was fortunate that just people that was from our city that came back to Saginaw were like, oh, I wanted to go talk to Will, because Will is like it hits differently. I'm like, damn, like I'm flattered, you know. But
Hey, for
it's just be so cool, because after the camera off and we all just be kicking it, depending on like I'm having like in-home interviews and stuff, man. A lot of people just like, man, thank you, man. You the only person that actually listened to me. You let me get all my thoughts out, and I feel so much better. When can I come back on? I'm like, well, whenever you want to.
real.
Like, it's all
Hmm.
good. But I formulate just a sacred bond with people, man, and I don't really just like I hold them like their secrets and they stuff that we had discussed and stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
just hold that dear to me because of the fact that like it's an honor just to for anybody to feel safe with
Mm-hmm.
you when you're on the opposite side of the camera and they're not scared of having their secrets revealed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if
Or not scared
anything,
of like being judged or anything. You know what
oh,
I'm saying?
absolutely. Because I know a lot of people would have had came on the show, but they like, man, do we gotta have this camera on, man? And I'm like, yeah. Like, what you expect?
Yeah.
But I mean, but hey, man, it's all good. You know, I just grateful to have interviews of people that had passed away too, man. Like
Mm-hmm.
it was unfortunate, but it was really cool just how their mothers just contact me and they'd be
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, do you mind if I can have a clip or a video of my son or my daughter and stuff like that? Because I know they came on your show, and I'm like, yeah, sure, you know,
That's
it's
awesome.
and this was one of the things that I know a lot of us don't think about. You know, people that be scared of being recorded or scared of just record our voices and stuff like that. Um, that's gonna last forever. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? When we dead and gone, this is right here. This is history. This is cemented. And
Exactly. Yeah.
and and I'm grateful, bro, because I said to myself like I'm gonna hit 1,000
Mm-hmm.
episodes, and I've been writing this book and stuff like that.
Oh, for real?
And yeah, this children's book, man, and it's so deep, man, because I wanted to have people know about kids going through grief. This is a grief
Mm-hmm.
story about a kid loses his big brother,
Mm.
but his big brother comes back and
Oh.
talks to him and stuff because it happened when he was a kid. So I kind of gonna have like some like time like passes and stuff like time gaps and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he comes back when he's 16 and just pretty
Oh.
much tell him like, hey, I've been watching over you. I didn't forget about you and stuff like that. But he's the only one that can see him. So it's gonna be a little comedy and stuff, but also it's drama. But I really want people to really just sit back and really think about it, because in our community, we just like suck it up and keep it going. But people
Mm-hmm.
really be going through it, man, for real.
No,
Because I was one of
yeah.
those people.
No, for real, bro. Like we go through it, especially when you a kid,
Hmm.
and you losing people so young. Like hell, like I lost one of my best friends. Shit, yeah, I wasn't necessarily young. I was in my 20s, but like, it just still hurt, bro. Any age it hurt. Like, the way we have to deal with grief sometimes is it hurt, and like, there's been a lot of times where, you know, nigga want to cry and whatnot just thinking about it. Um, like I've learned to like release that. Like when I'm by myself or something, I'm in my room. You know, I take the time to actually let that out. You know, I may shed some tears and whatnot. But yeah, bro, dealing with that as a kid is different. For real,
Hmm.
for real. It's way different. That's dope though. You writing a book on that. That's dope.
Yeah, because I like once I was able to heal and stuff, me and my niece actually had a sit down conversation, and I was just would ask her about her uncle, who was my brother. I was just always ask her, how did you feel about that? Because I felt like I wasn't there for you enough because I was broken, I was messed up,
Hmm.
and she would just tell me, I still miss him, and I didn't want to worry you because, and this is crazy how smart she is because she was 8 years old when this happened. So she
Mm,
saw how it messed me up to the point of she
mm-hmm.
didn't want to bring him up to me. And I told her, like, I didn't have no problem with you doing that. It just I didn't know how to really be strong for you because I didn't have the manual. There's no manual on that type of stuff. You just live, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But she just was telling me, like, yeah, I still miss him and stuff, and I wish you could have talked to me. And I was like, what I look like t telling my problems to an 8 year old? You a
Yeah.
kid. I wanted you to be a kid. But yeah, she she just told me from her perspective that she just saw how it affected everybody else around her, that it was messed up, but she didn't really have that bond with him like that. And I just
Mm-hmm.
had a um got the inspiration from what she had told me, and I was like, that's how I'm going to do it. That's how I'm gonna go about it. And then when he gets older, he going to become a man and really realize that dang, like he needs his brother. He needs his big brother because I still need
Mm-hmm.
my big brother. Even at 36 years old, man, I still kind of have my problems. I still have mysteries that I need to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
shoot, especially this dating stuff, man. Oh my God, I really need them at a lot of times because I don't be knowing what I'll be doing and stuff, but I'm still figuring it out. I feel like I'm doing a good job so far, which is just how everything are now. Just I'm grateful that I'm
Mm-hmm.
able to be this vulnerable and to be
Yeah.
this authentic because I want people to know like I'm a real person. I'm not no character. I'm not no gimmick. I'm not no
Mm-hmm.
actor. This is me. Everything that you have seen based on a true story. So I don't know why just people feel just the necessary step to fake it till you make it.
Right.
But
You
I'm going to
know.
make it because I'm real about my shit. I'm
Yeah,
real,
exactly.
you know?
Always stay authentic, bro. That's at the end of the day, that's all you got. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself, and people are more, they gravitate to authenticity a lot more these days. That really matters.
Yeah,
Always stay
man.
authentic.
No doubt, man. And anything else you planning on working on so far?
Not really. I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm just trying to figure out new ideas, how to go about this YouTube stuff and creating content and whatnot, period, bro. I've really been outside of my element and outside of my comfort zone. Even with this, like being on, I ain't, like I said, I ain't never been on live. So it's like, I be trying to just throw myself in new spaces to kind of just get my ideas going, get my mind going, and get more comfortable doing stuff. Cause, like, uh, I don't like yeah, like I don't got nothing in general going on. Like I said, I'm just trying to get better at YouTube and develop that skill, and that's really about it, bro. Nothing else that I can really think of. I've been like taking like acting classes and whatnot. I'm trying to eventually get into, doing plays and whatnot. Like I don't know, I'm doing these beginner classes right now. I got to take like the third session. Um, I took the first two sessions. I'm taking the third session sometime next month. I can't remember when the classes start. Um, but eventually, like it progresses once you get to like do the intermediate phase, then it goes into like where we got to put on like a full production. Like that's what the whole class is about. So I'm hoping to get that far soon. Maybe start auditioning for some like plays and whatnot. Getting in touch with some people. Maybe doing some like uh, getting in some independent films or whatever. That's really kind of been what I've been kind of focusing on lately, just trying to get into that. Because I used to do it back in the day, like theatrics. I used to be in drama in high school and do church. And I was like, you know what, let me try to get back into that. Let me throw myself back out there, you know, because I got too comfortable where I am now. Let me get back uncomfortable, try to throw myself back out there. And it's just been helping me talk to people more because I'm just a closed off dude. I don't talk a lot. And, I'm like, I need to get out of my element, get back out there, put myself out there a little more. And shit, if you would have asked me to come on your show probably a couple years ago, bro, I probably would have been like, oh nah, I'm good, bro. I don't want to be on live in front of people. But I'm like, bro, I need to start doing more stuff that that challenges me a little more. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's gonna really and talk to people who gonna really like get my mind going. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, bro.
Yeah, that's dope, man. And like I said, I can see you in something big, bro. Because I think big, man. And I know big is quite frightening with certain people,
Hmm.
but I can see you probably like in the power, bro. Like just like a guest,
Thank you.
like a guest star, man. Like for real. Because I always say this. I always say is we speak whatever we speak is going to happen. It's going to become good, either good
Hmm.
or bad. And I was talking to my barber about it. Like manifestation is real, man. Like,
Nah,
cause,
for real.
cause one night I was watching TV, man. I was watching Unsolved on USA, and it was when it first came out. I was like, wow, it would be nice to meet one of them. And I ended up talking to the dude that played Biggie Smalls.
Oh, for real?
Yes, sir. And it was
Damn.
crazy because I didn't know which one it was, but I was just like, it would be nice to meet one of them. And I did, just off the bat. And just everybody that ever came on the show, I just had that thought, like, let me see if this will work. Let me give this a try. And then I would just kind of like wait till they reply or just write them again or whatever like that. But
Hmm.
I stayed working, and it's all about just staying consistent in whatever you do, because if you just say that it don't work, then it would never
Hmm.
happen. You can't just
Right.
manifest and be lazy about this shit.
Exactly. No, for real, bro.
And
And that's real commendable, bro, for you to like be able to reach out to these people and then they hit you back and then like you get the chance to, collaborate with them, bro. That's dope, for real, for real. Like I admire that.
oh, thank you, man. And the internet, bro, like made it so easy, bro. Like, because I think a whole lot of people scared of being rejected, that they don't
Hmm.
even try. But well, the worst that can happen, they can either tell you yes or no. Like, and
Exactly.
if they tell you no, shoot, it just you probably caught them at the bad time. Like, timing is everything. Like,
Hmm.
because I had a few people, because I was supposed to have talked to the guy that plays Scorpion. I was supposed to have talked to him like a lot sooner than we did, but
Hmm.
I had to wait 5 months. But he
Damn.
told me yes. So until we was going to do it, I just
Hmm.
kept on pouring episodes, and it was funny because like
Yeah.
he wrote me back, right. He was like, "What number episode I'm at?" And I was like, "Oh, 682." He was like, God, please. And I was cracking up, man, through the email.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just tell everybody that you have to grind. You have to work like your life depend on it,
Hmm.
because life is work.
Hmm.
And
Yeah, it's your passion, bro. You gotta treat it like it's your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta treat it like it's really going, like it really means something. It's important. And bro, you've been grinding it out. You at 770, this is 771.
yep,
Man,
yes, sir.
bro, bro, that's a lot of damn episodes. For real. That's dedication and grinding, but you need that, bro. You gotta keep that fire in you because that's how it ends up becoming a big thing. It's a big deal now, but like it ain't no telling where you can take it as long as you keep that grind up. For real, for real.
Oh, oh man, this show really saved my life, bro. Because especially during the holiday season, I know everybody be with their families, and
Hmm.
it's joyful times and stuff like that. These are thug holidays to me, bro. Just being able to just try to survive every
Hmm.
year. It don't get no easier, but instead of allowing it to control me, I control it. So I always make sure
Hmm.
that I have a plan or a schedule, like just what I'm gonna talk about during the week and stuff.
Hmm.
So I won't be in my feelings or be in heartache and this and that. So it
Exactly.
helps. It helps it's because the bottle used to be my solution to everything. So
Hmm.
now I'm able to just plan things out and actually get some results because you just never know what video is going to touch people or just make someone feel good or just gang a fan, gang a subscriber and stuff who's going to come back to get that type of motivation from you, man. So
Exactly. Nah.
yeah,
No,
yeah, we're
for
gonna
real.
have to, yeah, like I said, man, we're gonna have to do some more stuff, man, because I really enjoy what you do and stuff like
I
that. Just
appreciate that, bro.
yeah, because we just need to, you know, highlight the best and the brightest, man, because it's always
Hmm.
the bad that gets the most attention, but it's uh
Exactly.
it's 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 all wrong. I ain't even gonna say it's all good. It's all wrong. So
No, you right,
yeah,
bro.
it's all
You right.
wrong. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna keep you up, man, much longer, man. I'm starving, man. I ain't even go
For
front.
sure.
I've
For
been
sure.
trying to be professional, but stomach like
No, I feel
so
you, bro. Like I said, bro, I appreciate you having me on here. Definitely got to get back on here, bro. I got to get used to being on live a little bit more. And you know what I'm saying? This was a good conversation, bro. I don't know when, but hopefully soon. Got to have me back
oh
on, man. We're gonna talk about
yeah.
some more stuff.
Yeah, man. Sure, we can probably do something in the next 90 days or something, man. Like,
Yeah,
I know
whenever it
that
works.
I know for a fact that, you're gonna have like more stuff to showcase and bring up and stuff like that. So I just would like to just make it probably like February or something.
Yeah,
Give you enough
absolutely,
time
bro.
to build and stuff. And if you need anything or as far as advice or whatever, just hit me up, man.
For
I'm
sure,
willing
bro. I
to help.
appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem,
Hell
man.
yeah.
He's talking to a goat over here. So,
No, yeah, bro. I definitely could get some advice from you because you've been putting that work in.
yeah,
So,
yeah, no
you know,
problem, bro. And you take care, man, and we keep in touch.
for sure, bro. Have a good one.
All right, man. You too. Peace.
Peace out.